Hello everyone, it is Gerda here from Private Practice Success. I hope you are having a super amazing day. I am sitting here outside on my deck, hopeful that my kids stay inside and don't come and interrupt this live stream. It is actually pretty rainy here in Brisbane. Oops, I'll show you what it looks like here. Hang on, where we go. Hey Brooklyn, why is this not working? Fingers. Oh, there it is. As you can see, it's a pretty drizzly day out here in Brisbane, where I am at. Oh, put that back on. Awesome. So I hope things are good with all of you. What's up here today? That's better. Hey Brooklyn, it's Gerda. Good to see you. Yes, I'm sitting here out on the deck and just enjoying a bit of the light rain coming down. I've got the water fountain in the background, and when I'm done here, hey Monique, hello. I'm gonna go inside and have some coffee before I start all the dinner and all of that type of stuff, that part of the afternoon. So today, of course, is live vlog number 81. Yes, we are now counting down to 90 days. So it is 9 days and counting. Very, very exciting. And the reason why it is exciting is that I've been thinking about, so what's next? What's happening after the 90-day vlog challenge? And I'm not going to reveal anything just yet, but what I will say is that I'm pretty excited about what is coming next. But I will reveal all as I just put some more thought into it, because I really don't want to just disappear after 90 days of doing all this vlogging. And I'm hopeful that it has been valuable to everybody that has been watching. And I want to continue adding value in a really effective way to the practice owners out there. So watch this space. That's all I'll say for now. Anyhow, so the title of today's live vlog is KISS. K-I-S-S. Now, you all should know by now that that stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid. Okay. I don't focus so much on the stupid, but I do focus on the keep it simple. And I think that inherently we all know that it's probably a good idea to keep things simple. Problem is that we forget to do it. Because in daily life, you get so busy and you get so stuck in all the stuff that you're doing that you forget this very, very important rule, not only for life, but also for business and of course for you in your practice. So for me, whether I'm making a small decision in my practice or whether I'm making a big decision, I like to keep it simple. So what would be an example of that? And I'm going to use examples that actually relate to some questions that's been asked in some of our Facebook groups lately. So for example, when people are increasing their fees, my interpretation around that in terms of keeping it simple is it's best to increase it across the board for all clients. So a lot of people will decide to only increase fees, for example, let's say by $10, $15, $20 for brand new referrals and clients coming through the door, and then they maintain the old fee for old clients. And if you want to do that, that's fine, if that's what you're called to do. But for me, in my practice, with my keep it simple rule, I just go, it's going to be really hard for reception to manage and remember who's paying what. There's going to be like 100 different types of session fees at the end of the day. So we want to keep it simple, because when you keep it simple, less mistakes is made. And the thing is that a mistake is never fun. Some mistakes is easy to fix, other mistakes is harder to fix, and some mistakes are just purely annoying. So I really want things to run as smoothly as possible at the front desk. So when I increase fees at the practice, we always increase it across the board of all clients, whether that's brand new clients or existing clients. Okay, so that's just one example. Another example would be, for example, contract conditions. Hey Anna, thanks for joining. Monique says, I agree, my fees will be going up for everyone, so it's consistent. Yes, consistency just makes things so much easier. And I think when we really think about and we start to unpack why it is that we don't want to increase those fees consistently across the board, that resistance or avoidance is often around being worried about the client's, reaction. Anna's waving, hey Anna. Sometimes that is linked to guilt, linked to not being valuable enough and all that type of stuff. So it's really important to unpack that. And again, I'm not saying there's a right or wrong. I'm just saying that keeping it simple and having consistency just makes it so much easier. You know, if you're just one person in your practice, you know, it's not going to be an issue. But when you have a group private practice like myself and you've got 8+ per practice of clinicians, it becomes really hard to manage things when there's different rates of fees. So the other example, for example, would be contracting conditions. Okay, so very often when people sign the subcontract agreement with me, they might want to negotiate certain aspects or certain clauses around the contract. Because it's a pretty long and a big contract. And the thing is, I rarely, if ever, change a contract condition or a clause or a sentence in a contract. I really can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember that I've actually ever done it, because I've got a very clear and simple rule that I don't make precedents. I don't set precedents. Okay, because I don't want to have to remember that this clinician is allowed to do A, B, and C, which that clinician isn't, but that clinician is allowed to do X, Y, and Z. It's just too complicated, okay? And again, the bigger your team gets, the harder that is. So when somebody, for example, joins our private practice, we tell them this is our subcontractor agreement that is signed by all our subcontractors, and everybody has exactly the same agreement. That also means that there's more transparency and it's easier for me to manage, although I'm not really doing the management anymore, for my principal, for Frankie to manage, because she knows exactly what everybody needs to get. She knows exactly what everybody's responsibilities are, what everybody's duties are, what our obligations are, and it's the same across the board. Again, that helps us to keep things consistent, to keep things fair. You know, that's what I think, and that's really where my consistency drive comes from, because I do believe that is really, really fair, and I'm not going to make exceptions for people, because otherwise people can come back and say, oh, that's because you like them more than me or whatever. And I really want to be as fair as possible and as ethical as possible, and I find that consistency really helps with that. So the reminder today really is to keep it simple. Write it up somewhere, and when you find yourself faced with a decision in your private practice, put it through the keep it simple rule, because the keep it simple rule is going to make sure that it's time effective, okay, and it's going to be something that you can apply consistently. It's going to be a process and a system that your team will be able to run, manage, and apply. Otherwise, it's not going to work, and you're just creating more headaches for yourself down the track. So that is my message to you for today. As always, please feel free to share this. please tag another private practice owner that's not part of our private practice community already. Share this with them, so that they can also benefit from it. And comment below if this resonates with you. I'm always so excited to read comments from you guys and to see where you are at, whether you agree or disagree with me. Whatever way, I'm happy to look at that. Awesome. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Remember, as always, all you need to do is say yes to your very own ultimate level 5 private practice. And I'll speak to you tomorrow for live vlog number 82. Until then, have a fabulous night. Bye for now.